There is a lake in England where you can buy a 3-bedroom cottage with water views for under £200,000. The average price for equivalent lakeside property in the Lake District is over £400,000. Yet this place has the same morning mist rising off the water, the same bird life, the same quiet that makes you forget the world beyond the shoreline. This is not some neglected pond by a motorway. This is a genuine lake town that most people have never heard of. Everyone assumes lakeside living in Britain means either Windermere prices or Scottish remoteness. Mention waterfront retirement, and people imagine budgets stretching into the impossible. But here is what the property guides miss. Scattered across England, Wales, and Scotland are towns built around lakes that offer everything the famous destinations provide, often at half the cost. We examined house prices, NHS access reports, transport links, crime statistics, and what residents actually say on community forums when estate agents are not listening. We are counting down 10 lakeside towns where the water is real, the community is established, and the prices have not yet caught up with the beauty. Now, before we dive in, if you find this helpful, tap the subscribe button. You will not want to miss what is coming next. Let us begin with number 10. Ellesmere in Shropshire. Stand on the wooden boardwalk at the mere on a still morning and watch the mist lift off 9 separate lakes scattered across this small market town. Ellesmere calls itself the town of mares, and you understand why within minutes of arriving. This is not a single lake. This is a landscape shaped entirely by water left behind by retreating glaciers thousands of years ago. The town itself has around 4,000 residents. It sits in the far north of Shropshire, close to the Welsh border. The mere at the town centre covers over 100 acres. Herons stand motionless at the water edge. Sailing boats drift across on weekends. A circular walk takes you around the water in under an hour at a gentle pace. Property prices here remain remarkably accessible. The average house price sits around £230,000. That figure runs roughly 15% below the national average. You can find period properties, Victorian terraces, and modern bungalows. A 3-bedroom semi-detached home with views toward the mere sold recently for £215,000. Healthcare access is reasonable. The nearest district hospital is in Wrexham, around 30 minutes by car. There are 2 GP surgeries serving the town. Bus services connect to Oswestry and Wrexham, though a car makes life considerably easier. One resident on a Shropshire community forum put it simply. We moved from Surrey 5 years ago. The mere is our daily walk now, morning coffee watching the grebes dive. It sounds like retirement brochure nonsense until you actually live it. The house cost less than our Surrey garage extension. The honest consideration here is remoteness. Ellesmere is quiet. The nearest large town is Shrewsbury, about 20 miles south. If you want bustling high streets and extensive shopping, this is not the place. But if you want genuine lakeside peace at prices that allow comfortable retirement, Ellesmere delivers. Number 9. Hornsea in the East Riding of Yorkshire. This is a coastal town with a secret. While visitors focus on the seafront, locals know that Hornsea Mere sits just behind the town. It is the largest freshwater lake in Yorkshire, over 2 miles long and nearly a mile wide. You could live here for years and never tire of watching the light change across the water. The mere is a site of special scientific interest. More than 200 bird species have been recorded here. Serious bird watchers travel from across the country, but you can simply sit on a bench and watch swans glide past without knowing a single species' name. Hornsea has around 8,000 residents. The town combines traditional seaside character with genuine community. The high street retains independent shops. There is a proper butcher, a proper fishmonger, The kind of businesses that disappeared from larger towns years ago. Property prices make this particularly interesting. The average sits around £200,000. Bungalows popular with retirees regularly come to market below £180,000. A detached three-bedroom house sold last year for £225,000, with the mere visible from upstairs windows. Hull is just 15 miles away, with its hospitals and larger shops. A regular bus service runs the route. The town has its own GP surgeries and a good range of everyday amenities. A retired couple wrote on a Yorkshire forum about their experience. They said they wanted coast and countryside without Cornwall prices. Hornsea gave them both, plus this enormous lake they had no idea existed. Their friends from London cannot believe what the house cost. They cannot believe they did not move sooner. The main consideration is the East Yorkshire climate. Winters bring winds off the North Sea. The area is not as mild as the south coast. For those who appreciate bracing air and dramatic skies, this is a feature rather than a problem. Number 8. Fairlands Valley in Stevenage, Hertfordshire. This entry surprises people. Stevenage is a new town, built after the war. It does not feature in lifestyle magazines. But Fairlands Valley Park contains a substantial lake that has created a genuine lakeside community within a town that offers every practical amenity. The lake covers over 20 acres. Sailing clubs operate here. Fishing is popular. The surrounding parkland extends to over 120 acres. An easy walking circuit takes you around the water and through mature woodland. Early mornings bring mist off the lake and a stillness that feels impossible this close to London. Stevenage has around 90,000 residents. The town provides comprehensive facilities. There are major supermarkets, a hospital, and regular fast trains to London King's Cross in under 25 minutes. This is lakeside living with genuine urban convenience. Property prices vary significantly by area. Near Fairlands Valley, the average sits around £350,000. That sounds substantial until you consider the London commuter context. Equivalent properties in Hertfordshire towns without this lake access often exceed £400,000. A three-bedroom house overlooking the park sold recently for £330,000. The Lister Hospital is right in Stevenage. General practitioner access is good. Bus services cover the town comprehensively. For those who want lakeside morning walks but also want a John Lewis within reach, Stevenage offers an unusual combination. A resident who moved from North London described their reasoning. Everyone laughed when we said Stevenage. They stopped laughing when they visited and saw the lake. We walk there every morning, then I catch a train and I am at King's Cross before 9. Try doing that from the Cotswolds. The honest note is that Stevenage is a new town with new town architecture. It lacks the historic character of older lakeside destinations, but for practical retirement with genuine water access, it merits serious consideration. Number 7. Llangorse in Powys, Wales. This is the largest natural lake in South Wales. Llangorse Lake covers over 300 acres, surrounded by the Brecon beacons rising in the distance. The village itself has fewer than 1,000 residents. It is genuinely small, but the beauty is genuinely exceptional. Stand at the water edge on a clear day, and the Black Mountains reflect perfectly in the still surface. Kayaks and small sailing boats move slowly across the water. Reed beds fringe the shoreline. The soundscape is wind, water, and bird song. Property availability is limited given the village size, but prices remain accessible for what you receive. The average in the immediate Llangorse area sits around £270,000. Stone-built cottages appear occasionally. A three-bedroom detached house with lake views sold recently for £295,000. The practical considerations require honesty. Brecon is the nearest town with significant services, about 7 miles away. The hospital is in Abergavenny, around 40 minutes by car. Public transport is minimal. A car is essential. But for those seeking genuine rural lakeside living with mountain scenery, Llangorse offers something rare. A Welsh resident who retired here from Bristol wrote on a relocation forum about the adjustment. Yes, you need a car for everything. Yes, the winters require preparation. But I wake up and see that lake and those mountains, and none of that matters. After 40 years in the city, I finally understand what people mean by peace. The village has a church, a pub, and a strong community that welcomes newcomers who commit to local life. The population skews older. Retirement here means joining an established community of people who made the same choice. Number 6. Rutland Water in Rutland. This is Britain's smallest county, and it contains one of Britain's largest reservoirs. Rutland Water covers over 3,000 acres. The scale is genuinely impressive. You can sail for hours without repeating your route. The cycling path around the entire lake stretches over 20 miles. The two towns serving the reservoir are Oakham and Uppingham. Both are historic market towns, with architectural characters that development has not erased. Stone buildings line the streets. Independent shops survive. The feel is prosperous without being exclusive. Oakham has around 11,000 residents. The average house price sits around £340,000. Uppingham is smaller and slightly more expensive, averaging around £370,000. Period properties command premiums, but modern homes offer better value. A 3-bedroom bungalow in Oakham sold recently for £295,000. Healthcare provision is good. Rutland Memorial Hospital handles minor injuries and outpatient services. Peterborough and Leicester hospitals are both within 30 minutes for major care. The county has good general practitioner coverage relative to its population. Rail connections run from Oakham to Birmingham, Leicester, and onward to London. Journey times make city access practical for occasional visits. A couple who relocated from Cambridge described Rutland on a retirement forum. They said they wanted countryside without isolation. Rutland gives you this enormous lake, genuine community, good healthcare access, and you can still get to London when you need to. The house cost half what Cambridge wanted. They genuinely cannot find the downside. One consideration is that Rutland's accessibility has attracted attention. Prices have risen faster than surrounding counties. The value remains strong, but the hidden nature of this destination is fading. Number 5. Bewl Water on the Kent and Sussex border. This is the largest reservoir in the southeast. Over 700 acres of water sit in a landscape of rolling hills and ancient woodland. Sailing boats with coloured spinnakers move across the surface. The shoreline is irregular, creating countless quiet coves and inlets. The reservoir serves practical purposes, but the surrounding area has developed a genuine community. The village of Wadhurst sits nearby in East Sussex. Lamberhurst is on the Kent side. Both offer traditional character with good local amenities. This is the southeast, so prices reflect that reality. The average around Bewl Water sits between £400,000 and £450,000. However, that figure compares to areas without water access, where prices often exceed £500,000. A 4-bedroom house with views toward the reservoir sold recently for £420,000. The crucial advantage here is connectivity. Wadhurst has a direct train to London Charing Cross in just over an hour. Tunbridge Wells is 15 minutes away, with comprehensive shopping and healthcare. The Tunbridge Wells Hospital handles most medical needs. A retired teacher who moved from South London explained their choice. We wanted water, but we also have grandchildren in London and elderly parents in Brighton. Bewl Water puts us equidistant from both, with this beautiful lake on our doorstep. The practical and the peaceful in one place. The honest observation is that this is not cheap. But for those with southeast family connections who want lakeside retirement without sacrificing accessibility, Bewl Water offers a genuine option that pure countryside locations cannot match. Number 4. Bala in Gwynedd, North Wales. Llyn Tegid, known in English as Bala Lake, is the largest natural lake in Wales. It is 4 miles long and over a mile wide at its broadest point. The surface can be glass, still, or whipped into genuine waves by mountain winds. Snowdonia rises around it. The setting is dramatic in a way that photographs cannot fully capture. The town of Bala sits at the northern end. Around 2,000 residents live here. This is a Welsh-speaking community. Over 80% of the population speaks Welsh as their first language. The culture is distinct and deeply rooted. Property prices remain surprisingly accessible given the scenery. The average in Bala sits around £240,000. Stone cottages appear regularly. A 3-bedroom semi-detached house with lake glimpses sold recently for £220,000. Healthcare requires a realistic assessment. The nearest district hospital is in Wrexham, over 30 miles away. A community hospital in Bala handles minor matters. GP provision serves the local population, but this is not the place for those requiring frequent specialist care. Transport links are limited. No railway serves Bala directly. Bus services connect to larger towns, but a car is essential for comfortable living. A retired couple from Manchester who moved to Bala wrote honestly about the experience. They said learning some Welsh felt important, and that the community welcomed them once locals saw they were genuinely committed to living there and not just weekending. The lake is extraordinary. Every season brings different beauty. They swim in summer and walk the shore in winter storms. After suburban Manchester, this is a different life entirely. The consideration is real remoteness. Bala suits those actively seeking distance from urban life. For those who need regular access to cities, other options serve better. Number 3. Coniston in Cumbria. This is Lake District territory, but without Lake District flagship prices. Coniston water stretches over 5 miles long, framed by the dramatic bulk of the Old Man of Coniston rising above. Donald Campbell died here attempting the water speed record in 1967. The lake carries history as well as beauty. The village has around 900 residents. It is small enough to walk across in minutes. The community is established and active. The literary history runs deep. John Ruskin lived here. Arthur Ransome set swallows and Amazons on these waters. Property prices in Coniston run lower than Windermere or Ambleside. The average sits around £320,000. That figure still exceeds national averages, but represents genuine value for a Lake District lakeside position. A 3-bedroom cottage in the village sold recently for £310,000. Healthcare access connects to the broader Cumbrian system. Furness General Hospital in Barrow handles major care, around 40 minutes away. General practitioner services operate in the village. The Lake District attracts active retirees, and health services reflect that demographic. Healthcare matters for many people who move here. Transport requires a car for comfortable living. Bus services exist, but run infrequently. The nearest railway station is Windermere, about 15 miles away. Transport is a trade-off for lakeside life. A resident who retired to Coniston from Birmingham shared their experience. Everyone assumes Lake District means unaffordable. Coniston proved them wrong for us. Yes, Windermere is expensive, but here we have this magnificent lake, a genuine community, and spectacular walking from our doorstep. The house cost less than our Birmingham suburban semi. The honest note is that Lake District popularity brings crowds in peak season. Coniston sees fewer tourists than Windermere, but summer months still bring congestion. Those seeking year-round solitude should look elsewhere. Number 2. Kielder in Northumberland. This is the largest artificial lake in the United Kingdom by capacity. Kielder water holds over 200 billion litres. The forest surrounding it is the largest planted woodland in England. At night, this is an international dark sky park. The stars here are unlike anything visible from most of Britain. The reservoir was completed in 1981. The community is relatively young in historical terms, but genuinely established. Around 1,500 people live in the immediate Kielder area. The forest provides employment. Tourism brings economic activity. This is not a dormant landscape. Property prices are remarkably low. The average around Kielder sits below £200,000, it sounds. Detached houses appear below £170,000. A 3-bedroom property with reservoir views sold recently for £165,000 is Sankans. Healthcare requires realistic expectations. Hexham has the nearest general hospital, and it is over an hour away. Local GP services exist, but specialist care involves travel. This is genuine remoteness. Transport links are minimal. There is no railway serving Kielder. The roads are single-track in places. Winter weather can isolate the area temporarily. A retired couple who moved from Newcastle explained their reasoning. They said they wanted peace, and they found it. Genuine peace. The lake is vast and empty most days. The forest surrounds you. At night, you see the Milky Way properly for the first time in your life. Yes, it is remote, and that is the point. For them, it was the entire point. Kielder suits a specific person, someone actively seeking separation from urban life, someone comfortable with car dependency and winter isolation. For that person, Kielder offers something almost impossible to find elsewhere in England. Number 1. Llangollen on the River Dee, Denbighshire, North Wales. This choice requires explanation. Llangollen is not built around a lake. The River Dee runs through its centre, but just outside town sits Llyn Tegid Reservoir, and more importantly, Llangollen offers something none of our other entries match. The combination of genuine water, historic character, practical amenities, and community depth at an accessible price. Walk across the medieval stone bridge on a September morning. Mist rises off the river. The steam railway whistle echoes off the hills. The ruins of Castelldinas Bran look down from the hilltop. The canal boats rest in their moorings. This is a town where water defines daily life in a dozen different ways. Llangollen has around 3,500 residents. The town is large enough to support proper amenities: supermarkets, independent shops, restaurants, and pubs. The international musical Eisteddfod brings global visitors each July. The community is culturally active in ways that smaller villages cannot sustain. Property prices sit around £250,000 on average. Period properties line the streets. Victorian and Georgian townhouses offer character that new builds cannot replicate. A 3-bedroom stone-built cottage near the canal sold recently for £235,000. Wrexham Mylor Hospital is 15 miles away. GP services are established and accessible. Bus services connect to Wrexham and Chester. The railway at Ruabon is 5 miles distant, with connections to Shrewsbury, Birmingham, and London. A woman who retired here from London wrote extensively about her experience on a relocation forum. I spent 2 years researching lakeside towns. Visited dozens. Llangollen was not even on my original list because, technically, it is a river town. But when I arrived, I understood. The water is constant. The canal, the river, the reservoirs nearby. The town has every service I need. The community welcomed me genuinely. The house cost a quarter of my London flat. I swim in the river in summer. I walk the towpath daily. I watch herons from my kitchen window. Friends who visit ask how I found this place. I tell them I stopped looking for exactly what I thought I wanted and found something better. Llangollen suits those who want water woven through daily life rather than a single lake to visit. The river is always present. The canal provides endless walking. The Horseshoe Falls just upstream feeds the canal system and offers wild swimming in summer. The surrounding hills hold reservoirs for days when still water is desired. The consideration is that Llangollen attracts visitors. Summer weekends bring day trippers from Liverpool and Manchester. The town manages this well, but total solitude is not available. For those wanting isolation, Kielder serves better. For those wanting lakeside beauty combined with genuine town life, Llangollen stands alone. These 10 places are not fantasies. They are communities where people have already made the move you might be considering. The residents we quoted are real people sharing genuine experiences. The prices are current. The challenges are honestly stated. What connects these locations is not just water, it is the possibility of a different life, one where the morning walk takes you along a shoreline, where the view from your window changes with the seasons, where the budget that felt stretched elsewhere suddenly creates options you had stopped imagining. Lakeside living in Britain does not require wealth. It requires research, realistic expectations, and a willingness to look beyond the famous destinations. Every town on this list offers something the Lake District honeypots cannot. Affordability, genuine community, and the feeling that you discovered something rather than bought something everyone else already knows. Please watch the next video on your screen, and do not forget to subscribe.